The party was already loud when my wife leaned toward her friends, wineglass raised, laughter spilling out of her like she didn't care who heard. "Honestly," she said, glancing back at me with a crooked smile, "sometimes I wish I'd come single. I'd have way more fun." The words hit harder than the bass thumping through the floor. A few people laughed awkwardly, assuming it was a joke. I didn't. I stood there holding 2 drinks, suddenly aware of how invisible I'd become next to the woman I married. For months, I'd ignored the signs, the late nights, the secretive phone habits, the way she'd introduce me as just my husband instead of by my name, like a label she was tired of wearing. But hearing her say that, in public, in front of people who knew us, stripped away whatever excuses I'd been clinging to. She didn't even look back to see if I was hurt. She just kept talking about how marriage was limiting and how she missed her freedom. I felt something settle inside me, not rage, not sadness, but pure clarity. I took a slow sip of my drink, set it down on the nearest table, and just waited. When the music dipped between songs, I stepped closer and smiled, the kind of calm smile that makes people uneasy. "You're right," I said clearly. Conversations nearby stalled, heads turned, my wife frowned, confused. "What?" she asked. "You should have come single," I repeated. "Because you are now." The room went silent. Her laugh died halfway out of her mouth. "What are you talking about?" she snapped, her voice sharp. I pulled my phone from my pocket, unlocked it, and turned the screen toward her. Screenshots, messages, dates, all the plans she thought I'd never find. Her face drained of all color. "You went through my phone?" she hissed. "You humiliated me," I replied evenly. "I'm just returning the favor." A few guests shifted uncomfortably. Someone whispered my name. I ignored them all. "I didn't want a scene," I continued, my voice steady. "But since you decided tonight was confession hour, I figured honesty was only fair." She opened her mouth, then closed it, her eyes darting around as she realized there was no graceful way out of this. "This isn't the place," she muttered. "You're right," I said. "Which is why I'm leaving." I took off my wedding ring and placed it on the table right beside her wineglass. It made a soft, unmistakable sound. "Enjoy the rest of your night," I added. "Have fun? Single?" I turned and walked out into the cool night air, my heart pounding but my head clear, the noise of the party fading behind me. My phone buzzed seconds later, her name, then again. And again I didn't answer. Yelling would have been brutal. Begging would have been brutal. What I did was worse for her. I chose myself, publicly, calmly, and for good. Thanks for listening.